Well, a big milestone for Indiana's tech community. The state's tech sector has already broken capital investment records in 2021, and there's still 5 months to go in the year. What's fueling the growth, and what will it take to keep that momentum going? For some insight, we've assembled a special insiders panel comprised of TECHPOINT CEO Mike Langellier, also JMI Equity General Partner Larry Contrella, and Elevate Ventures co-founder and CIO Ting Gootee. And welcome one and all to this special edition of the Insiders.
Hi, Gary.
Mike, I'm going to start with you. These are some really impressive numbers. You know, there's been a lot of attention on VC and how do you get more of it into the state. Give us your read, if you will, on these numbers. There are some big deals that are part of this as well, and what's really driving it?
Gary, as you know, TECHPOINT's been long tracking and reporting the tech venture capital investment in Indiana as investments in the tech companies. They typically represent almost 3/4 of the state's VC deals every year. But our analysis this year surfaced some significant things, which I believe you've distilled into an infographic for viewers. And there were really 3 storylines that I would point to. One of them is size, the second one is quantity, and then the third is are the investors that are involved. On the size front, 2019 was the previous high water mark for Indiana's tech VC investment, with $358 million for the year. We're only halfway through 2021, and we've already seen $400 million invested, blowing out that previous record. We also broke records for largest deal sizes, with actually not just 1, but 3 deals beating ExactTarget's $70 million single investment record from 2009. Greenlight Guru at $120 million, Onboard at $100 million, and Terminus at $90 million. And just to clarify, ExactTarget in 2009, they raised $140 million, but it was in 2 separate deals, $70 million and $70 million, that were 6 months apart. Yeah. So that's to the size. On the quantity front, 2020 actually, surprisingly, was the record year for that. There were lots of small investments, 73 deals total, a record number, and almost actually double the average historical annual run rate. But in the first half of 2021, there were 41 total tech investments, as much as a typical annual total, and on track to beat last year's record as well. And as it relates to the investors, you actually have the perfect panelists here in JMI and Elevate Ventures to speak to both that size and quantity stories, because JMI was the investor in both of the 2 largest deals, Greenlight Guru and Onboard, and Elevate Ventures is a backer of many of the early stage investments, making them not only the most active VC in Indiana, but even the Great Lakes region, right, Ting?
Yep.
Yeah,
Ting, talk about that, because Elevate has been very active. Authentics, Casted, Clear Object, Codalicious. There are a number of firms you've invested in, and you really are putting a focus on making this a statewide kind of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary, from our perspective, the number of deals is important, not just from the indie community, but all around different regions across the state, because it is a key indicator of venture activity density. Yeah. Startups, high risk, high reward, both financially and economically. Because of such high risk level, we really need a large number of startups and venture activities in order to see the type of sustained growth in company development as well as in venture capital investment.
Yeah. Larry, JMI is JMI Equity headquarters in Baltimore and San Diego. As Mike indicated, you've been very active. Greenlight Guru, Onboard, Bloomerang. What is it about? You've got $6 billion under management there. What is it about Indiana? Do you sense there's a building momentum here when it comes to tech and innovation, entrepreneurship?
There certainly is. I mean, there's a lot to like about the Indiana tech scene right now. You know, as you mentioned, we've invested in 3 companies in the last 12 months, Bloomerang, Onboard, and Greenlight Guru. And we've invested in a few more, you know, over the history of the firm. You know, we invest across North America, and we find the best geos to invest are those where there's a healthy balance between high quality talent available, you know, for these businesses as they grow, because they need to hire more people, and the competitive environment for this talent. And I think Indiana really offers a healthy balance here. There's a great pool of talented individuals that our businesses can hire from as they grow. And at the same time, while there's competition for the talent, it's not as extreme as, some other areas of the country like New York or the Bay Area, where you're competing against Google, Amazon, and Facebook every day to hire the next developer. So there's a lot to like. And from our experience, the companies that we've partnered with in Indiana, they're building companies for the long haul. So, building great products to serve their customers. They want to build large, sustainable businesses. And that's what we're looking for at JMI.
Yeah, Mike, I'm sure that's music to your ears to hear that from someone from outside of Indiana. But as you look at, how do you keep this going? Because Indiana's not where ultimately we want to be, I assume, as a state. There's more to go, more to grow, if you will. What are the keys, in your view, to really growing this thing?
Yeah, I'd point to four things, Gary. More Indiana-based investment firms, startup studios, and accelerators would be one. We've seen High Alpha, Heritage Group, Techstars, and others that are demonstrating the potential for startup formation and funding. Let's do more of that. The second one, let's promote VCI. Indiana's governor and legislature recently expanded the venture capital investment tax credit in the last couple sessions, and making it even more attractive and even accessible to investors outside of Indiana. But that needs to be marketed better than what it is today. And then I would also say expand out-of-state investor connections even more. Since 2015, TechPoint has brought 86 VC firms from 24 different states to Indiana to meet with 150 Indiana companies. Ting, I know that your team does a lot of this relationship building as well. We need to keep it going to bring folks like Larry, in and get them more engaged. And then the last thing, we need to, and this probably most importantly, dramatically boost Indiana's entrepreneurship and startup rate. Quoting a recent Brookings report, Indiana has more employer firms that are 16 years old or older than it has firms younger than 5 years old, and that's a trend that runs opposite the country as a whole. So we need to really boost that kind of early stage entrepreneurship rate as well.
I only have a minute left. Ting, I'll give you 30, Larry 30. But Ting, as you look to the remainder of the year, we've got the aspect of COVID out there still. How do you see VC activity through the remainder of this year into 2022?
That's an excellent question, Gary. As Mike pointed out, first half of the 2021 in tech sector alone is already breaking record, and we're ready to put out our venture report here, hopefully, statewide for all our sectors in the next couple of weeks. Going to tell a very similar story. I think the rest of the year is going to be a record-breaking year all the way around a number of key areas.
All right, very good. Larry, final word to you.
Yeah, we're seeing the same thing. 2021's been, the busiest year to date, and we see no signs of it slowing down. I think it's a combination of, where valuations are at and just the health of the overall ecosystem. So.
Very good. Larry Contrella, General Partner at JMI Equity. Ting Gootee, Co-founder and CIO at Elevate Ventures, and TechPoint CEO Mike Langellier. Thank you all. Very positive outlook. We'll hopefully have an update on this in a few months with some more information. Thanks.